promotion agency to grow their businesses with the objective of exporting to the international market.
As the next blueprint yearns for public-private partnership with massive investment in all productive sectors of the economy, the document requires $431 million for its effective operations. Whether these resources will be mobilized or not, initiators are bent on succeeding as the 100-mile journey just began. Babukar Kamara, GRTS.
The Ministry of Agriculture, with support from the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, Tuesday rolled out a two-day training forum on the implementation of seed storage methodology. Neku Mademba reports the training is geared towards monitoring and ensuring food storage facilities to reduce post-harvest losses.
The facility is considered to be very vital as far as agriculture is concerned because it aids in the reduction of post-harvest loss. The training methodology and initiative of Food and Agriculture Organization is anchored on ensuring that best post-harvest storage are efficiently implemented as higher production generate more food and possibly more income. With the leading storage facility, metallic silos are simple structure where dry grains can be stored, sealed and fumigated with tablets in order to prevent attacks from pests. It's a key technology in fighting against hunger and food security. Husseini Job is the Deputy Director of Engineering Services, Ministry of Agriculture.
Post-harvest losses can be minimized through the practice of improved grain seed storage, gains such as the use of the metallic silos. We have learned about the widespread and promotion of the metallic grain silos in the Central America in the late 90s. And just recently, we have noticed the reference to the metallic grain silos in the Spore magazine, issue 152, available in English, French, and Portuguese. The Spore activity reported that silos are now being successfully used in East Africa and other parts of the world.
Semikol, Deputy Permanent Secretary of Agriculture, among other speakers, urged the beneficiaries of the training to serve as trainers to the farmers whose livelihood depend on farming in their respective regions. For GRTS News, I am Neku Mademba.
The Gambia joins the global meteorological community to commemorate World Meteorology Day. And in observance of the day, the Minister of Fisheries and Water Resources, Mas Axigai, has delivered a televised statement on the theme, Watching the Weather to Protect Life and Property, with the subtitle celebrating 50 years of World Weather Watch. Here's an excerpt.
This theme focuses attention on the crucial role of meteorological services in strengthening safety and resilience to weather events. It also pays tribute to the World Weather Watch, a foundation program of the WMO that marks 50 years of activity this year. It is worthy of note that the World Weather Watch program brings into focus the interdependence of countries in reducing risks associated with climate change system. The slogan, "What direction is the wind coming from?" in the short stance for what type of weather is expected, requires countries to operate weather observation networks that resort simultaneously on prevailing weather conditions at specific times to exchange the data with the rest of the world. Dear viewers, weather extremes have a tremendous impact on the entire planet's population and economy, and the impact will increase as population and economies grow. For example, between 1980 and 2007, nearly 7,500 natural disasters took the lives of over 2 million people and produced economic losses estimated at over US 1.2 trillion. More than 70% of the casualties and almost 80% of the economic losses were caused by weather, climate or water-related hazards such as tropical cyclones and storm surge, droughts, floods or related disease epidemics, and insect infestation over time. Over time, there has been a significant reduction in the loss of life thanks to early warning issues by national meteorological and hydrological services. Economic losses have, however, increased. The Gambia is certainly not spared from weather, climate, and water-related hazards. As recently as 2011, the government and Friends of the Gambia needed over $800 million to support communities facing hardship following the poor rains in some parts of the country. It is worth of note that the above amount was only destined to provide relief as such loss in livelihood and other damages incurred by the affected communities has not been accounted for. As a developing country, spending such an amount on relief alone demonstrates the heavy burden that we have to face to handle climate hazards.
The Minister of Fisheries and Water Resources there, Mas Exigai. Time now to take our first break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the international news. Stay tuned in. Welcome back to GRTS News. Thousands of Malians have fled their country for Mauritania, where they arrived under harsh conditions. The refugees, who are mainly light-skinned, said they had to leave their homes in a hurry for fear of reprisal attacks they are subjected to because of their skin color. We have details in this CFI report.
After many long hours on the road and many hardships, these Malian refugees have finally arrived in Mauritania. Most fled the country in such haste that they had no time to bring food or water with them. There are a lot of cases of malnutrition because of the journey. They are first registered at this transit station before being sent to the Fassal refugee camp a few kilometers away. The conditions there, however, are extremely precarious. It's very bad. We did not bring any clothes. We sit outside in the sun. There's no shade, no water, but it's worth it when we imagine what would have happened to us if we had stayed. In Mali, Tuaregs and Arabs are called peau claire, light-skinned. Thousands have crossed into Mauritania since French and Malian forces launched the operation to retake northern Mali from Islamist rebels. The army killed a lot of people. Whenever they find someone, they kill him. They make no distinction. If you are light-skinned, they kill you. We couldn't go to the markets because of the color of our skin. The blacks would attack us. Tuaregs and Arabs quickly come under suspicion in Mali as supporters of the Moujau or Acme. For this reason, they have come to Mauritania. To date, some 150,000 have taken refuge in neighboring countries.
Congolese warlord Bosco Ntaganda, who turned himself in at the U.S. Embassy in Rwanda, has been flown to the International Criminal Court to face war crime charges. The fighting has once again broken out between the rebel coalition Seleka and soldiers in the Central African Republic. A rebel spokesman claimed that a strategic town situated 250 kilometers from Bangwe was captured with little resistance. We have details of this and other stories in this news roundup.
On Friday, Democratic Republic of Congo rebel leader Bosco Ntaganda was heading to the International Criminal Court in The Hague. The warlord is to face charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity committed in the Democratic Republic of Congo between 2002 and 2003. To the world's surprise, Ntaganda turned himself in to the American Embassy in Kigali on Monday and asked to be sent to the ICC. On Thursday in the Central African Republic, fighting broke out between the rebel coalition Seleka and the army in the town Bosangoa. It is located in the east of the country, 250 kilometers from Bangui. But the rebel spokesman said that the town had been taken with almost no fighting. This is the rebel coalition's first attack since they announced on Wednesday their intention to take up arms again. The rebels insist that the Libreville peace accords were not respected by the government.